I think poetry is the oldest and most basic literary terms, and it includes three essential factors: skills in using language, and sensibility and association of sensibility. And in my opinion, Chinese ancient poetry can be divided into three periods: it's early culture, and civilization. This is a poem, and people always write down their poem from right to left and from the top to the bottom. And this is the date, and this is the place where he write it down, and he signed his name here. And here we come to the early culture, which is from the very beginning of China to 409 AC. People at that time enjoys the scenery of countryside, so they always write down the sceneries like this. And the poem at that time is always instinct. And this is the representative at a time. His name is Tao Yuanming, and his poems are always very bright and clear. And he's very good at pointing natural sceneries and the scene of countryside. And he enjoys the life to being a hermit. And this is a picture which was drawn by one of his poems. And he enjoys the sunset and the sceneries, and he can pick up flowers whenever he wants to. He just it is something instinct because he enjoys the lifestyle. And here we come to the period of culture. From this picture, we can see they are open-minded minded at that time. So the poets at that time, they can get much more freedom to write, to express what they thought. They got much more space to write, express their ideas. And this picture, at that time, people enjoys to use images, and this lotus flower means, in a poem, it means love, pure love. And also bamboo means gentleman and things like that. Okay, this is the most famous poet at that time. His name is Li Bai. He's in the branch of romance, and he always write very romantic poems, and he's imaginative, and he loves drinking. When he when he was drunk, he write down this poem. This poem is something about that time passed so fast, like rivers flow into ocean and never come back. Compared to universe, human is so tiny. However weak we are. So that, and this is the other the branch of the representative of. His name is Tu Fu. He is realism, and he always kills a lot of the people from the low class. And he write down a poem at the time when he was caught by the treasury side, and he cares about. He write down the poems about how. A poem about. And this is he is the poet in the middle of romance and realism, and he's the most popular poet in Japan because because his poet is easy to understand, and his words is vivid. Also, this is one of his scene in his most famous poem, and this is the like queen, and he killed herself because for the sake of love, because when the government fall down, and most people think they should blame on that woman, so he had to kill herself. This is the guy who is good at writing the poems about the fights between two countries, and he kills a lot of the people in low class. And this is one of his poem, and you see this guy, he had to go for a war, go for a fight. He looked at the moon, and the moon is always the same, but time has passed, so so fast, and the war is still continuing. There's no end of the fight, and this is this is a very romantic poet. His name is Li Shangyin, and he always writes. His poem is a little bit obscure, and people is a little bit hard to understand his poem. So this is one of his poem, and this it is controversial, but most people think this is a love poet. A love poem he wrote down to remember his one of his relationship with a girl he loved. And here we come to the last period. It is culture, a civilization, and this is a picture of forbidden city. And at that time, people do not have as much freedom as before in that the period before. And so the poem just inclined, just goes down, and there's not a lot of famous works. And this guy, his name is Zheng Banqiao. He loves bamboo, as I mentioned before. Bamboo means gentleman, and his dream is to be a very gentleman and honest man, noble man. And this is his handwriting here, and this means just people in their lifetime always trying to get smart. They want to be smart, look smart, but sometimes being a little bit mess is also very good.
Very good.